Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and today I'm joined by Angel
Hello, and Lauren is a huge bitch this week.
and Eric.
Sheila again.
Really? I thought she was kind of nice this week for Lauren.
Oh,
Me?
Lauren?
Lauren?
Yeah.
Just
All right.
just introduce it and we'll get into it.
She's like, shut your face.
It's like,
Well, we're back discussing Sheila Carter's first run on The Young and the Restless, so I'll roll the credits and we'll see what Angel has to say. Okay.
So the audacity.
Why? Because of Lynn?
Because of Lynn, I'm like,
she was bitchy with Lynn.
she was
a little
really
bit.
bitchy with Lynn. Yeah, she was, and then when Paul got into her, she was like, "What do you mean? What am I talking about? Like, oh my, come on! You assumed that Lynn was going to be available for your baby, and then when your baby gets sick, you practically blame Lynn for that. Babies get sick all the time.
Well, yeah,
Kids are germy, so,
Yeah.
so you can't
True.
just you
I
can't
thought
just blame the babysitter for like your child getting sick.
right.
this stuff felt like back burner filler. I felt like it was very repetitive, and I was bored.
Um, I mean, I don't know. Yes, the her blaming her was wrong, but everything else, I didn't read it as like her being bitchy. Like she called Lynn. Well, rewinding a little bit because
Yeah.
stuff happened before that. So Lauren just keeps like barging into Paul's office,
Yes, that part too.
even though Lynn's like, he's not available right now. He's in a meeting, and she's like, I'll wait, or she just like walks in.
She's with him now. She don't care.
Right? She's like, I am the first lady. I have.
I
Right.
am the first lady.
Right?
So, and she's obsessed with Molly. Oh, that's all she ever wants to talk about is Molly and why she was at Fenmore's. Like,
Why
move
she
on.
offended?
Yeah. Right? It is really weird.
Although I did think of Molly because we didn't see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last we left off, I don't know if we missed some things, if there was like episodes missing, but a physical therapist, speech therapist, something offered to help Molly, and Scott was like, "Oh, that's great. Sheila's gonna be so happy," and we were like, "No, she's not."
Nah.
I wonder if we're not seeing Molly for a little bit, so that when she comes back, she could be like, "Hey, Sheila," and she'll be like, "Mother."
Mother.
Well, she's in the institution, isn't she?
Yeah,
Sheila got what she
To the
wanted. Yeah.
institution.
yeah, but the woman was gonna offer to help like with her recovery while she's in there.
Right.
So I feel like next time we see Molly, she'll be saying words, if not sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's not gonna be till the end of the run because we all kind of know what happens with that, but
Yeah.
So I know about the fire, but I've never actually seen it. Like I didn't
Yeah. I
watch it
barely
when they
see it.
re-aired it during COVID.
I'm guessing the mother will come back and then like they'll end up fighting it out and they'll end up going there and all that stuff will happen.
Right.
So she's probably done for a little bit.
So baby got sick, but still nothing about this birthmark. Like I'm obsessed with this
Right?
birthmark.
Well, no. Wrong baby. It's the one that Sheila had. We saw Sheila's baby.
Oh,
but not
right.
birthmark.
You're right.
Baby got sick. I was thinking baby about to be dead.
Oh, I did very quickly think that
Wait, what do you think?
the baby was gonna die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because where's this baby now? Like
Mm.
in the
Yeah, where's
timeline.
the baby?
Do we ever see this baby again?
A lot of babies disappear on soaps. We all know this. Didn't Taylor have one for Brooke, and we never
Yes,
talk about
Jack.
it?
We
Yeah,
remember
he's not
that
Jack.
really irritates me. The kid that like she never mentions.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
it's
he's
really
at
weird.
the same place that Nick Maroney is at. But let's get back to why
um. So Lauren wants to pay Sheila a visit, but she doesn't want to tell her in advance. She just wants to like spring it on her because she wants Paul to see how Sheila acts around her. She gets very defensive and bitchy with me. So he's like, all right, let's go. So Paul knocks and is like, oh, it's Paul. It doesn't say that Lauren's with him. So already Sheila's like, why is Paul here? And then she sees Lauren and she's like doing everything in her power to just like woosah, keep it together. And Lauren plays nice. She's like, oh, how's your mother doing? I've been thinking about her a lot. Like, I'd like to see her. She's like, but like, we can't see her unless you give permission. Because apparently there has to be a list of visitors, and Sheila doesn't have a list. Nobody's allowed to see her but Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
So, I forgot. Does Sheila say maybe we can make that happen sometime? Or does she just kind of like brush it off?
I think she brushes it off.
Yeah, she
I think
rushes
she
it
like
don't want her
wants
to
her
see
to
her.
kill herself, so she needs to be alone right now. And she, Lauren's like, no, she needs to be around people. She's like, she needs to like know what's going on in the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then I think that's when Sheila says that the four of them, her, Scott, Paul, and Lauren, should go out to dinner sometime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the most awkward thing in the history of awkward.
Right.
I know, and they think that Sheila's up to something, like that she wants
Mm-hmm.
something, and I'm like, what would she want though? Like, is she just trying to play nice for Scott?
Probably, because I feel like in previous ones when Scott would like visit Lauren alone, they've said that they want to get to a place where they could all hang out together.
Yeah.
So maybe he said something to her and she's like, all right, I'll play nice for Scott's sake.
I
But as
still
far
think
as
that's
we know,
weird.
I feel like Sheila thinks Paul is still the father of her baby, right?
Yeah.
Um, I was actually surprised that we didn't see like a lot of flashbacks of Sheila like stealing the
Right.
baby, and like I
Yeah.
feel like soaps would constantly replay things.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they did that enough last time. So Lauren wants to go out to dinner. Was this for any special occasion, or was this dinner? Like this whole
Sorry.
this whole story was for dinner. Like when she asks Lynn to babysit for her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that they were just going out to dinner.
So okay, I didn't take this bitchy because she said my sitter called out sick. I called all my friends. Nobody knows anybody. So I feel like then she was like, do you know anybody? And she's like, no, I don't. And then she asked Lynn, do you have any plans? It wasn't like she was like, oh, well, I know you're single, so you don't have any plans. Babysit my baby.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. I think when the inflection of how she said it was like, oh, you're single. You have nothing to do. You babysit my child. That it's not what she said. It's kind of how she said it to
How
me.
she said it.
Maybe I was
Yeah, I
half
can see
asleep
that.
when I watched this because I didn't get that vibe from her. Maybe I just want to see the best in Lauren.
Oh no, she gets better.
She-
but I have to side with Eric this week on Lauren.
All right.
Because
You want them all?
because normally I'm just like, okay, I don't mind Lauren. Like I know Lauren is a bitch, but like I think this week she really got to me, and she really got to me until her baby got sick. Like
Right.
after she kind of calmed down with Lynn about the baby, and she was like, "Oh, the baby's feeling better." I'm like, "Okay, I'm not as pissed off at you, Lauren, but like you're on my shit list this week."
What do you think? What do you think about Scott trying to get Sheila back to work?
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
why is he pushing for this? Like he's like, I think it's time for you to go back to work. She's like, I want to deal with the baby and stuff. Like, what?
Yeah, you're on maternity leave technically, right?
Right. Yeah, we don't know how many months it is in soap time, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like Scott has an ulterior motive. I feel like they're just understaffed, and
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe he just
What is
wants
the name
more
of their hospital anyway? Is it Genoa City Hospital?
GC General. I don't know.
I forgot the name of their hospital.
I
yeah, I
feel like
don't
a
know
lot of
either.
soaps usually make it like a community or like a university hospital or
University.
something.
Yeah, I know Salem's is University Hospital because
Yeah.
I think there's like a Salem University and then there's a hospital.
Yeah.
Salem U.
Salem, yep.
So, yeah, maybe he just wants her to have something besides the baby in her life.
I guess I just didn't. I just didn't understand the push
I
for it.
didn't
It
get. Yeah, I
seemed like
didn't get it.
excessive.
Maybe she just has a good reputation as like an excellent nurse. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But she's also a research nurse too, right? Like she
Yeah.
does the research
Yeah,
with
she was.
Scott. Yeah.
What were they
Yeah, yeah.
researching? Do we even like know what they were researching? Or
Who
did
knows?
they
I don't
call
think
it
we.
a
I just
special research
assumed
project?
because of Scott's kind of, I wouldn't say backstory, but like before we watched this, like he's Cricket's sister. I think his
Brother.
mom had AIDS.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah,
Also AIDS research.
I think it might be AIDS research, but I'm not
Oh,
100%
okay.
sure.
They probably mentioned it and we missed it, or it
Yeah.
wasn't in the clips. Because I'm like, oh, special research project where we just pretend to look through magnifying glasses and like.
It's to resolve TV soap disease, as me and Karen would say.
Yeah.
They get TV disease or soap disease or whatever.
But even though I mixed up the babies, I'm obsessed with this birthmark. Like Lauren's obsessed with Molly. Like I just want to know about
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it too. I want to know. I want to know how it happens.
Me
I want to know what
too.
happens.
Me too, because like right now, like nobody even mentions it, and they mentioned it for like nonstop. So I thought it was going to happen a while ago, and it has
Hmm.
not. So
Unless did it happen and we
really
missed it?
weird.
Oh yeah, that could be it too.
Maybe that could be.
I hope not, because this will like bug me for years.
Yeah.
We'll never know. Never.
um. So this whole mentality Scott has, where he's like pissed at Paul because he won't claim the baby as his.
That part
publicly.
also pissed me off. I'm like, mind your fucking business, Scott. This is not your wheelhouse to go down.
I
Yes.
mean, like,
Scott's
I
like
know
a
it's
busybody.
1991, but like that, which for us is over 30 years ago, but still, like it was the 90s. Like what? It wasn't the 50s.
Yeah.
So you gotta give your baby a name. Okay, yeah. Dylan Williams. There we go. No, you gotta marry Lauren. No, I'm not marrying Lauren.
Yeah, like why are you up in their business?
Why do you have all up in your business, Scott?
He really is. It's
I
weird.
feel like the one thing about soaps is they were kind of like living in the past as far as writing, as far as
Yeah.
family values and like what society deems as like, oh my god, you have a baby and you're not married. Like I feel like they were always a little bit behind the times in that. Like they were stuck in a certain time.
I guess they do it for dramatic reasons.
I mean, granted, there is a part of the country that still feels that way, but
Mm.
Hello,
as Angel says, we
middle of
don't
the
talk about
country.
that.
Well, the queers and soaps. I don't know why you're watching this when you're homophobic.
Yeah. Get out.
Yeah, so that really pissed me off that he was like mad that Paul won't like claim this baby as his,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess make Lauren an honest woman.
Paul was just like, you could tell in his face that Paul wanted to tell Scott that this was his child, but you could also, like, it was great facial acting by Doug Davidson, where he was like, I really want to tell him, but I can't.
Yeah.
When Lauren told Paul that she got Lynn to babysit and he was like freaking out on her, we've already established we're on separate sides of this. I was like on Lauren's side. I was like, why is he getting so angry? And he was like, he basically admitted that he knows that Lynn has a crush on him. And he's like,
Yeah.
What did he call it? He's like, there's like an undercurrent. Because then he mentioned she's like, I'm not jealous of Lynn. He's like, oh yeah, you're not jealous? He's like, so you don't care if I take her out to dinner for like having a good day at work or for like a birthday to celebrate or anything like that? And she's like, no. I'm fine.
That part was funny.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
not.
she tells Scott like the problems with Lauren are her fault. Like she's taking blame for that. She said, she says, I mean, she does say like she'll do she's like, I'll do anything for you, Scott. Anything. That was kind of, I think, how it ended, honestly. Because I was like, yikes.
Oh, here we go.
Which is why I guess she's playing nice, unless, like, I can't imagine why else she would. She wasn't before.
I don't know. If they're going out to
Unless
dinner, who knows? She could drug Lauren, put something in her drink. I don't know.
that birthmark thing too. I think there would, if it did happen, there would probably have been a flashback already. So it might
A
not have
flashback or
because they have
some
flashbacks
comment.
constantly. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it probably didn't happen yet.
Sheila would have like
But
some inner monologue, like, thank God I got rid of that birthmark before
Yeah.
anything moves.
yeah, what month are we in? August?
We just finished September of 91.
I'm gonna say maybe like November sweeps,
Okay.
like something like which probably I'm assuming, and if
I
that
hope
doesn't
so.
happen, then I have no idea. I want to see this birthmark situation.
I want to see it solved, or else I'm looking on Soap Central to find out what's happening.
And that's the only thing Kimberly Brown said she had a problem with her character doing. So I'm excited to see it if it happens.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. Nothing big happened this week. It wasn't like when, she tried to like send her mom to a mental institution.
Or switch the baby.
Yeah, I didn't find it too exciting. I was not excited.
I do like when it is slow like this. When because like it's a lot of like dialogue, and you get to be angry at Lauren for certain things. Like I was. But I think next week I'll be back to like liking her.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't feel normally
I don't
if you
know.
listen to these episodes, I don't feel either or about Lauren. I think I kind of side with her, maybe because I'm thinking of like current Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
When we do see her, she's like not that bad.
Lauren, that's only on
Michael
twice a
calmed her
year.
down, which
yeah.
Right for Lauren, people.
When I see clips online of like Lauren like battling Tracy, I'm like, Lauren, you bitch. I'm always like, Tracy, kick her ass.
I know, same. I'm
I wish
Team
we would
Tracy
have had
all the
something
way.
like that with Lynn and Lauren, like kind of like a combative relationship like that.
I think that would definitely be more entertaining because then Lynn would probably be like Team Sheila.
You're right.
And it would be kind of fun to see that.
I wonder, I mean, you never know. Sheila uses everybody. I wonder if Lynn becomes a pawn in Sheila.
Oh,
She
Sheila saw Lynn.
probably easily.
What? She did. There was a scene where Sheila and Lynn
were talking.
Yeah. So maybe she uses Lynn somehow.
Maybe.
That would be interesting. But all right, anything else to add before we wrap this up?
Negative.
Negative. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another edition of Sheila Carter's Beginnings on The Young and the Restless. As always, you can find us on all the socials at Queers and Soaps, as well as our Patreon for exclusive content where we watch episodes of soap operas, daytime and primetime. So head on over there and subscribe. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.
Bye.